That is right. Don't change the TV channel. Don't change your screen. This is early, not the time of 3:16, but it is the time of 3 p.m. here in the UK. Early start. We're going early here on the Reigning Rock podcast. So go ahead right now, like and subscribe as we are on the coast, on the road to Wrestlemania. Just less than a week away, 6 days away to be exact. But of course, I am not meant to put that up. Give me 1 second here. I am the excellent one, Ricky Goldman. So again, go ahead and like and subscribe to the Reigning Rock podcast, to the People's Wrestling Channel. Over 405, we're currently on 405 subscribers. We're certainly on the way to 410. Marcus will be joining us shortly, but until he gets here, so do go ahead, like and subscribe. Like I said, an early start on the Reigning Rock podcast because Marcus has got a busy day, so we need to start early, get this done early. That's the reason for the early start. Do get this shared, get your comments in, any questions in, what you think of this road to WrestleMania, how you think it's developing, are you enjoying it? I'm really not. And I'm going to say this to Marcus when he gets on, it should be here shortly. In fact, give me 1 second. My screen does keep going dark, so I do need to really sort that out. Give me 1 second. Hold on there, give me 1 second. So there we are. Sorry about that. Went off screen. So I just had to change the brightness on my phone. But here he is. He is waiting for me to tag him in. You know who we are. You know that we make up the tag team of... Let me find that damn video. The tag team of... That is right. Excellent money. Here he comes. He is the money man himself. Everyone has a price for his fabulous moolah. He is the man they call MARKCUS.
Ching ching.
That way, isn't it?
Bling bling. It's always Ted over here, you jabrones.
That is right, and I've just done just for this week. Perhaps going forward, just a little bit to my week, my look up. So I've had this for years, but it's a WWF Attitude scarf and microphone. Why not? I might keep this look. We'll wait and see. But of course, it's early morning for you there. So how are you this morning?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Refreshed, ready to go. Just got done some of my cleaning, so I'm excited for the day.
Do you eat breakfast or no?
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna drink some water and keep it pushing.
What's your ideal breakfast? I don't know if you. Well, we call it an English breakfast: bacon, tomatoes, eggs, beans, toast. I don't know if you have that over there, but
My preferred breakfast, either scrambled or fried eggs, bacon or sausage or scrapple. That's a Pennsylvania thing. Maybe we could do some toast, maybe. And a glass of apple juice or orange juice. Oh, and some potatoes, some type of potato for breakfast.
I forgot you're not really a fan of coffee, are you? Really, but yeah,
Hell
orange
no.
juice. Okay.
Apple juice or orange juice?
English breakfast is a lot, but sets you up for the day, but it is a lot. Or I think it's a Scottish breakfast, and you're probably going to think, ugh, black pudding. Have you had a black pudding? It's fried blood. Yeah, I can just look at your face. It's like, oh, I like it, but it's like congealed blood, and then you put it in a frying pan, and yeah.
Ew.
And haggis is that's a Scottish thing. It's intestines stuck in it. It's all like I think it's intestines and tongue-tied sheep lung and intestine and all that. It's in cooked in an intestine. But I think it's like all the bits left over they don't use for a sheep, if that makes sense. Like they use it in Scotland. They use every single bit of it.
Wow.
That took me a while to say all of that, but I knew what I meant. I was just trying to get those words out. But yeah, as you were coming on, I was going to say we're always evolving here. A new thing is going to be certainly for this week's SmackDown and going forward. And rather than saying wrestler A beat wrestler B, and yeah, that was cool. I'm gonna add thoughts and a certain a certain match on NXT. A certain match on NXT, total botch. But like I said, I'll add my thoughts about that and. But I asked the people watching, how are they feeling in this WrestleMania week? How are you feeling? Are you feeling excited for WrestleMania?
A little bit. My excitement has gone up since last week. It's gone up a little bit, but not too much. I'm more excited for Stand and Deliver than I am WrestleMania.
When you look at the card, it's not that good. And it's not just me being a Reigns. Sorry,
you have to understand, like it's hard to fill up a super card, let alone 2 nights of a super card.
Correct, it is, but So 2 things quickly. I'm not being arranged for it, but night 1, the biggest match is the men's triple threat, and night 2, Cena Cody. The rest, I'll give it to the women's triple threat, but okay, definitely the rest you could see on a random Raw and SmackDown. I think he's a bit more bigger for the talent. Like we all know who El Grande Americano is.
No, we don't.
So okay. Out the kayfabe we don't, but we do. We know it's a certain Mr. Chad Gable. So
no, we don't. No, we don't. I don't know who it is. It could be some brand new American wrestler guy.
He's probably going to beat Ray. So great, Ray's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time. He's going to beat Ray at WrestleMania. Cool. Chad Gable works his ass off, is in incredible shape. He proves with this new gimmick he can do anything. Great. Cool. It's not a WrestleMania match. And the crazy thing is, well, we'll get into how long this year's Mania is, but you'll have people paying 15 grand for LA Knight, and I'm nothing against LA Knight, but this again not a WrestleMania match. LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and War Raiders versus New Day that we just saw on Raw. My watch party is probably going to be more exciting than Mania, but I just hope that we get. Well, I do and I don't hope. I do know that it'd be cool to see him. Stone Cold comes out in the John Cena Cody match, but I feel that's what's going to keep the title on Cody. So I want to see Austin, but I also want the title. But just like many other people are turning on Cody now, and they want the title off him too. And I said before we go into the first, when I say things like I've said years ago, AEW was only going to get worse, and they are. They have done, and they're going to continue to get worse and worse and worse until no one's watching, not even their marks are watching. Cody, when he won the title, and you know Ian, Ian's been on here, and I said to Ian and a few other people, when Cody wins the title, nothing will change. It hasn't. He's doing the same promos. His match quality has not got better. LA Knight, I used to hate LA Knight. Goofball. Yeah. Like, oh, God, no. And now I love him. He's improved. His promos have actually got better, and he's damn improved in the ring. Cody, no. So people are getting fed up. It's like, But anyway, your quick thoughts about that, about Cody. I know we're going to get into it on SmackDown, I suppose, won't we? Yeah, but do you agree that he's just the same cookie cutter, bland, boring guy?
No, of course I don't agree with you. I don't. Yeah. Each opponent gets a slightly different version. This is probably, and mind you, did I like Cody more when he was chasing the title? Yes, because you can easily write stories around it. Him being the champion is harder to write stories around it, and you got to make the heels really good. Kevin Owens was a really good heel as Cody, trying to pursue Cody. John Cena is a tremendous heel chasing Cody, right? And Cody chasing him right back. Everyone else in between that weren't good enough. They just didn't have the chops to pull the match to where it needed to go. And that's just how it's been. Like, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes the chase is better than the capturing of the chase is better than defending. And I think this is what's happening with Cody is just that the chase, because mind you, we was locked in for a year, for almost 2 years, for him chasing the title, right? We was locked in for 2 years. We got to see him on a journey where he had to overcome boss after boss after boss to finally getting the title. This is different because he's on the other side where he's being chased and the people that's contending for him aren't as good.
Fair enough. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, what's his story now? Nothing. And I'm going to completely disagree. Cena's heel turn has been, ugh. He said... Again, I say this weekly, every single week. Are there any casual fans left that watches wrestling? Probably not. It'd be proved every single Monday on Raw. 2 point that like they get, and I'm being generous here. If they get 2.5 million, which I don't think they do, but let's say 2.5 million. That's your hardcore fan base. None of those are your casuals watching for a possible 3 hours live, and that's it. Raw's not been bad, but yeah. I'm not a total mark that says, well, AEW bad, WWE good, and whatever WWE does is great. When WWE's bad, I'll call it out. And yeah, this WrestleMania season been bad. Going back to Cena, though, he turned on Cody because he didn't like the fans. And then comes out and says a title they brought back and they're making money out of, he didn't like it. And the fans didn't like it. They did. The only good promo he's done is where he said, I bury people. And that's a legit thing fans didn't like about him. That's it. Are we going to play get more of the same on SmackDown next week? Yeah. And then I see again a 50-50. I can see a world where Cena wins or Cody wins. But if Cody wins, I see Cena going right back to being face just in that match. Cody will cry because he's had to crush the dreams of his... He's crying like he's a champion and he's crying every single week. But he's going to cry. Cena will hug him, rock bottom from the Rock. And then here comes Austin. Night two, goes off air. Austin, Cena, Cody celebrating. Cena comes out in the next Iron Raw and apologizes to fans and done. That's his heel turn. Done. They've done it just to do it because that's what the fans wanted. Has it been good? Yeah. Now, what I would do, and I bet they don't. Joe Henry's been asking for it. So don't give Joe Henry the match. We have Joe Henry Cena destroy Henry on the TNA special. So that gets Cena heat and Joe Henry's injured. Now you think, Ethan Page isn't beating Joe Henry, neither Kazarian, but with an injury you think, he could lose. And then on SmackDown, it doesn't matter who wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You have R-Truth win it. And he comes out later on and says, I did it for you, Cena, and Cena half kills him. That's your heat, because everybody loves R-Truth. But will they do... I bet they don't do any of that. And I bet they do face-off promo, and that's it. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But we'll still won't get The Rock. Maybe we do. I think we get The Rock at WrestleMania personally, but anyway, rant over about WrestleMania. Ugh, God, no one would think it's WrestleMania season. But anyway, let's go into the first segment. Of course, is this right here.
What's cooking at the table?
That is right. I'll get out of the way what I've been up to. Kind of the usual, heading to the gym. I'm finding the gym a whole lot easier now I actually warm up. I think I've said this before, I went straight onto the weights. But now at least I warm up for 5 minutes. So as my viewers might have seen, I don't get blown up speaking anymore. I'm not Viscera. I'm probably the level of, I don't know. Well, I was going to say Santino. Santino's a good athlete. So I've had a level of Yokozuna.
Yoko didn't talk.
Yeah, but look at the size of him. I would imagine he got blown up quite easily. Have been making a few more. I'll just show 2. I've made like several of them. I'll just show 2. We've got to get cracking on. So 2 of these water pictures. And my screen keeps going dark. So that's 1, and I'll show just 1 more somewhere. And oh God. Have I just see, I don't know what I've just shown. I'm like Triple H on booking. I don't even know. There we go. There's another one. So yeah, they're all kind of easy enough to do. Like I said, just add water. I make a couple more signs. I wish you have to. Every watch, you'll have to tune in to see the rest next weekend to see what the rest of these are, and I will go through what wrestling inspired snacks I'm having and beer. Yes. So Rocky Rhodes, of course, The Rock and Cody Rhodes, and Popcorn the Key, Pop the Crowd Powerbomb, Popcorn the Crowd Powerbomb. So popcorn, basically, yes. And made 3 of these. So I've got with 3 of them. So ring ropes, but like they're just like paper chains. So yeah, done those, and that's pretty much it. I'll say you're getting set for WrestleMania. But there we are. So yeah, what have you been up to since last week?
Work, going to the gym a little bit. And now it's spring break, so I'm excited.
So is the school you teaching is it off break for Easter breaks, isn't it? So 2 weeks, is it?
No, we're off for a week.
Yeah, okay, well it's 2 weeks here in the UK, but you get 4 weeks, fair enough. Do you eat chocolate eggs on Easter or no?
I don't eat no. What? No.
Isn't it all about eating chocolate eggs? Is it not? Okay.
No.
I thought that's all it was about. I get it's a religious thing, but not for me, it isn't. It's just time to eat chocolate eggs. Like a big kid. So yeah. Have you got anything coming up apart from watching 2 nights of WrestleMania? Whoopie doo, whoopie doo, whoopie doo. But apart from that, anything else coming up next week?
What is coming up? I know I'm gonna be busy doing something. I just don't know what exactly.
I've got more wrestling next week. So I've got a show next Friday. More of the same. Gym, crafts, making videos. Okay, the predictions next Thursday. So we're tuning in WrestleMania predictions coming your way on Thursday. My prediction shows me more exciting than WrestleMania, but okay. That's not just me putting myself over. Like I put quite a few videos together, and yeah, what I've got a few little bits planned. So what I've got planned, I think will be interesting. More interesting than the damn WrestleMania card. No. War Raiders versus New Day. Yay. We're just on Raw. Just started on Raw. God damn it. Anyway. So yeah, next segment, of course, is this right here. So hitting the cinemas near you is Movie Talk. So 3 movies as always. Batista's new one, In the Lost Lands, and I've said this before, Batista can do any part. As much as I love The Rock, it's comedy or action. I think Cena's getting better as an actor, but Batista can do anything. Batista can go be an action movie, and the next being not a love movie, but something like The Last Showgirl. It wasn't an action movie, and he's that believable. So yeah, Batista's a great actor. I said I was going to watch a couple of B movies. I have. Mary Had a Little Lamb, horror film. It was okay. And Shark and Warning. Yay. That was, again, you expect it with B movies. They're not meant to be good. So, yeah. All right. Still want to watch Minecraft the movie. I like Jack Black. I think Jack Black's funny. So have you watched any movies or anything since last week?
No movies, just sports.
Is it so? Obviously, so baseball has obviously WrestleMania doesn't have WrestleMania. Sorry, wrestling doesn't have seasons, but baseball has seasons. Do they have like an off season and they come back on and yeah?
So yeah, baseball from March till counting the playoffs, November.
Is that so people don't get bored, or is that just how it happens?
That's just how it happens.
Do you think the wrestling? Do you think the wrestling should have an off season rather than 10 times a week? How many shows is on a week?
Well, here's the thing about wrestling, and I think this is what's interesting. So right now, like me and you, right? We clearly have two different type of schedules when it comes down to watching wrestling. You like to watch everything. I don't. That's me. I'm not breaking my neck to get a Netflix account and then watch Raw. I listen, if I catch SmackDown, I catch SmackDown. The only show I'm really making an effort to really watch is NXT. Other than that, I'm not really because Friday I might want to go out and do something. I'm not getting Netflix. And well, Tuesday I'm going to be in the house. So like NXT is the only one that really is getting my attention at this current moment in time. And if I end up popping on AEW, it's just because nothing else is on. But it's also baseball season, so baseball's on almost every day. So AEW is not going to get watched.
You don't watch TNA on Thursdays now.
You got to have the subscription, and I don't have a subscription.
Yeah, but I watched the highlights on YouTube, like where most people watch TV or anything now. YouTube, social media. Very little people watch TV. So
there's a lot of avenues to watch wrestling. So
makes it crazy. Makes it crazy with AEW. There's coming up. Well, we'll get to that. Well, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Dynasty, which I thought was. People are crapping all over it. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. They just didn't follow it up on Dynamite, which I said. I said this. I said last week, Dynasty's going to be good, and anything they do won't be followed up with, and they didn't. But 6 years next month, AEW has been going, and they've had to, over those 6 years, cancel several shows. Why? Like you just said, Marcus, with me, it's give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Evolve, Speed, 70 show, more. With AEW, it's give me less. Turn this off and give me less. Rampage got cancelled. Why couldn't a Rampage been an hour and Collision been an hour and you just do that on it? Neither are live. They're both pre-tapes. So they could have done that on a Saturday. But no, they got rid of it. They got rid of 2 YouTube shows where again most people watch stuff on YouTube for free. They got rid of it. Like how do you fuck that up? How do you YouTube easy to watch? Think Dark. God, what the show's called now? Dark and Elevation Dark, whatever they were called. I think like an hour each at the most. And he had to cancel them because people didn't want them. There's no with AEW. There's no we want. Well, again, the AEW marks want the genuine AEW marks who actually genuinely believe. And again, what WWE doing right now isn't the best, but overall, WWE is way better overall. But these marks that genuinely believe AEW is better than WWE, they'll love anything AEW does, but yeah, where's the demand to want more? Why has the crowd got smaller? The attendance, everything's got smaller, and it's been only 6 years. And I'm not going to compare it to WWE, but I'm going to compare it to what AEW is, and they're indie with a TV deal. And they've got stars. They've got Jericho. They've got Danielson. They've got Will Ospreay, FTR, Edge. I've already said Edge. I don't know Edge. You've got this Christian. They've got stars. There's an indie show over here. I think actually they might be coming to 6 years. 0 stars, and they're in demand to be booked everywhere. AEW has stars and are in demand nowhere. Hey, like how? And the reason is because Tony Khan's a mark, and it. Like I said last week, moving Collision to Thursday next week tells me that he wants ratings, but he doesn't want ratings because nothing he does gets ratings. Anyway, I'll play ad 1 of 2 coming up right about now. So that is right. That is correct. Protein Seeds Goldman's 1. If you cannot purchase a t-shirt, that is fine. Then at least get the name shared and out there. The weather's getting hotter, the weather's brightening up, so buy those t-shirts if you can. You will get a shout out, and I'm going to change it up for you guys at the beginning and at the end of each and every video. And coming next week, 4 videos. Yeah, 4 in 1 weekend. So there we go. You'll get a shout out both beginning and at the end. All you're going to do is let me know you bought a t-shirt. But speaking of promoting and the guy and which phrase it that way, this guy right here is getting up in those subscribers. 55, 60, is it 55 or 65? It's either one, so only 5 away from either 60 or 70. But in the description, as always, there it is right there. And of course, the video comes your way. Head over, well, not right now, after I've finished burying WWE. But let me watch there. Watch this video. Once we're done here, head over, like, subscribe to MARKCUS if you're a food and drink review fan. Head over, or sneaker fan. Head over. But watch this little short video. That is right. So right there, down below, you see on your screens in the description. Head over, like, subscribe to MARKCUS' channel. Get him there. I think MARKCUS will know more than me. It's his channel. Is it 55 or 65 subscribers you're on?
55.
So they're 5 away from a big milestone, 60, and then 70, 80, 90, a million, 100. That's how I started. Just like asking for get to 5, get to 10, get to 15, and then people don't mind subscribing then, I suppose. But yeah, when you've got WrestleMania next weekend, will you be doing any videos then or no?
I mean, since I'm off all next week, I'll find some time to probably record something. I just gotta, get a cheesesteak or something. I don't know. Something's going to get reviewed.
We'll review, just do like a 30, so we're going to take you 30 seconds, a 30-second WrestleMania review, like, oh god, Cody won, and or whoever won, and just anyway. So yeah, in fact, I was going to say I'll keep that up, but keep that link up. But yeah, so head over, like, subscribe to MARKCUS' channel if you're a fan of, like I said, food and drink reviews, sneaker reviews, a review of really anything, I suppose. Head over.
Anything.
And we will be live on. You saw him a couple of weeks ago. He's been on the channel before, on David's channel on Wednesday, 11 p.m. UK time for me. So I don't know what that time is for you, MARKCUS. It's like 6 p.m. is it? 4.
You said 11 a.m. your time?
Oh, p.m. 11 p.m.
Oh, p.m.?
For me it is.
All right, hold on. 6, yeah, 6.
So 11 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. US time. We'll be on David's channel talking about the wonderful card that is Wrestlemania. Well, the subject is Wrestlemania. As I told you, he didn't want me to do predictions. I'm saving that for Thursday. I'd rather not think about this year's WrestleMania card, to be honest, but there we are. Like, it's not good. It's just not, for the fact that for the crazy amount that WWE are charging and you're getting what you're getting, like, oh. Like, as much as I want like to bury AEW, at least their tickets aren't 15,000. They're like play buy one get one free or something, and their pay-per-views actually aren't that bad. So let's get into it, of course, with this right here. So it is Wrestling Roundup, starting with, of course, Dynasty. Like I said, not a bad pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. But did they follow that and then follow that up on Dynamite? Of course they didn't. It's AEW. Are you guys stupid? So I'll start with the pre-show kickoff show. Only 2 matches this time, which is a lot better than 4 pointless matches. So it's Nick Wayne and crew over Air Fox and Top Flight. Okay. At least, see, Nick Wayne was getting a push with Christian, and then Christian seemed to have disappeared. So Nick Wayne then got buried, but got held back. So at least he's back on winning tracks, but yeah. And Anthony Bowens made his return to take on Max Caster. Max Caster's got this thing: is he best wrestler, greatest whatever it is, best wrestler in the world, and he just loses all the time. So I get the gimmick; it's funny. Anthony Bowens beats him. Now that I thought, oh, they could do something with that on Dynamite. Yeah, like Anthony Bowens is back. That's a cool thing. Nothing. I don't think we're even going to mention on Dynamite. I don't watch it. Again, it's just purely the review results. But yeah. So anyway, so yeah. Any thoughts of those 2 matches just went over or no? Okay, into the main card. Will Ospreay taking on Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is good. My first time seeing him. I think Will Ospreay goes the entire way. This was the first round match or quarter, whatever, some match in the Owen Hart tournament. So like I said, I think Will Ospreay goes the entire way and probably goes on. Gold. So they want Darby Allin to take the title off Moxley, but I think Ospreay does it at All In. I think. I can't even remember the match order. Let's just randomly review this then. The Hurt Business, or the Hurt Syndicate defeated the Learning Tree, still your AEW Tag Team Champions. No shocker here. So again, those 2 matches, anything to add there? Do you think that Will Ospreay is going to go on to beat Moxley at All In, or no?
Nah.
Do you think Darby Allin's the guy to take the title then, or no?
I think Darby Allin is the guy.
Okay. Mercedes Moné defeated Julia Hart. Again, women's Owen Hart tournament. I think she wins it. How she just looks so ridiculous with 4 titles, just so ridiculous. Like, oh God! Like usually when these wrestlers have multiple titles, it looks good. She just looks ridiculous. I mean, Kurt Angle had 4 or 5, did he, at some point? And that looked cool. So Reigns had 2, but the rest of them had 2 titles, and it usually looks cool, but it just looks a mess. But I think Miss Moné also wins the entire thing. I'd be shocked if she doesn't. And then, oh God, then they're going to give her the title at All In against Toni Storm.
That's a match I would want to watch.
No, you got Double or Nothing. So unless Toni Storm loses against whoever at Double or Nothing. Oh God, they gave Mercedes another title. How many does she need? Adam Cole, baby, is your new TNT champion, taking the title of Daniel Garcia. And he said on commentary, it's his first title since going to AEW. I want to say 2 years ago. I think he debuted in 2020. Yeah, 2022. I think he debuted. Yeah, God, Jesus Christ, I don't know about AEW. Once we've done this, I will completely forget about Dynasty. I don't even remember the Revolution card, and that was only last month. So, but I think he debuted in 2022, and it was his first title. So, anything to add with Adam Cole, new champion, and Mercedes Moné beating Julia Hart?
I mean, Mercedes Moné, in a way, she kind of runs the AEW women's division. She's just not the champion. And Adam Cole, I mean, I've said this before, it's not a very highly rated opinion, but Adam Cole doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is about him. He just to me, he's overrated. Just like Will Ospreay. They're both very overrated to me.
Did you like him in WWE, or is it just in general you're not too keen on Adam Cole?
Just not too keen on Adam Cole as a whole. I think he's just overrated.
Okay. People have pointed it out, and he's done this to the crowd when he does the whole boot. What is it? Adam Cole, baby, boom, and he waits for the boom, and the crowd joins in as a heel. He's been buried for that. That's not a heel thing. Adam Cole, baby, and the fans join in.
You can't stop fans from joining in.
You can, just don't do it.
Yeah,
just don't do that.
Then it's not him.
This is the whole point of being. These wrestlers are meant to be creative. They find something else. Anyway, do you see Mercedes? If Tony Storm's still champion at All In, do you see Mercedes taking that title as well? So she'll have 5 titles.
That'd be crazy. Actually, I would like to see that image though.
It'll be good to see him. Like, now she has to carry 5 belts. How is she going to do that? She struggles carrying 4. Carl Fletcher defeated Mark Briscoe, another Owen Hart thing match. So the your finals going to be Carl Fletcher, Will Ospreay again. The triple threat, a lot of people were hating this. It was obvious Omega was going to win, but a lot of people were hating it. I thought it was good. Ricochet looked good here, and I'm convinced a couple of times he was going to win it. And Speedball Mike Bailey's come in straight away and got a title match on pay-per-view and to put on a match like that. I thought it was good. And then you had Okada come on out, so it's going to be Okada, Omega at All In. And Omega's the international champion, Okada's the continental champion. They're going to combine the titles. I wonder what that title's called. Is it called the Intercontinental title? So, any thoughts of Carl Fletcher over Mark Briscoe and Omega retaining?
I don't know who Carl Fletcher is still. Retaining what? Like, there's too many titles on that company, yo. There's a trios title, that's fine. A tag team title, that's fine. The TNT title, fine. TBS title, fine. World Championship, fine. Women's Championship, fine. What the fuck is this Continental and this other championship?
Tony Khan wanting to be WWE. Well, he rips off WWE as much. No, sorry, not rips off. Buries WWE as much as he can. Any chance he gets. So he bad. WWE bad. AEW good. But he uses all their ideas or similar ideas. Speaking of ideas, Athena Ember Moon had her titles. That was spinner title. What? I don't know if that's mocking WWE or. Obviously, Cena's now made the spinner title popular again, and they're kind of trying to cash in on that. It just looked awful. No one's buying that. But if they do replicas of that, no one's buying it. But if it was mocking WWE, WWE have made it still make hell a lot of money at that spinner title. Anyway, speaking of the trios titles, I wanted FTR to win. Did they win? Nope. Death Riders, still your trio champions. FTR take out Edge after the match, which he didn't explain about that on Dynamite. It's like that never happened. I think FTR might have done like a pre-taped heel promo, but yeah. Megan Bain lost to Tony Storm, really no shocker there. Megan Bain's not bad in the ring. But yeah, any thoughts of those two, Death Raiders retaining and Tony Storm retaining?
Not really, not really for either.
Chris Jericho it was mask versus title match. Chris Jericho beat Bandido, and then his Bandido's family at ringside said, "Oh no!" to the referee. Chris Jericho used a bat, so he smashes. Well, it was more in the shoulder, but smashes Bandido in the shoulder with the bat, hides it. Takes about 10 years to crawl to him, and beating Bandido, kicks out. Ugh. And then they restart the match. Bandido wins. Great, cool. At least you got the title of Jericho, so that's good. And it's a world title for Bandido. And not to do anything with Ring of Honor, but it's a world title for Bandido. So cool. And I think we both wanted Moxley to lose. It didn't happen. Okay. So the Young Bucks cost Swerve the win. Did they explain that on that Dynasty? Just with Dynamite. I really don't think they did. I think the Young Bucks might have done a promo, but I don't really think they explained why they cost Swerve the win and why they're now signing with the Death Riders, whatever the damn called. I don't care what they're called. Why they're signing with those. So by rating, so overall, good pay-per-view. I just knew they wouldn't follow up. They didn't. I'm actually going to give you a mid-card. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view, but typical AEW didn't follow up. So any thoughts of Bandido winning and Jon Moxley retaining?
Who's Bandido? And damn, I wish he didn't retain.
Bandido's a Mexican wrestler in a mask, and well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Really, I couldn't tell you much else. Really, I don't know anything about him. I think I might have seen him live because Ring of Honor did a show over here, but anyway, let's quickly go over Dynamite. So, Jon Moxley defeated Shibata. Okay. Swerve Strickland over Pac. So he's still feuding with the Death Raiders, but just didn't win. Right. Now get this match, Jesus Christ. Kevin Knight, Will Ospreay, Mark Briscoe, and Speedball McMahon defeat Ricochet, Mortis, and CRU crew in a $400,000 match where the winners got $100,000 each or something. Randomly out of nowhere. Chris Statlander defeats Thunder Rosa and the Ops over Death Raiders. Damn it, jobber. Like, ugh. So they can't just book a regular match. The AEW is so much to try and get the fans interested. Now these wrestlers are getting paid anyway, but now they've got 100,000. If I'm confused, again, not that casual fans watch AEW, but if they do, click, never watch again. So any thoughts whatsoever about Dynamite?
Nope.
So right into Monday Night Raw. Just 12 days away on Raw. It was 12 days away from WrestleMania. Adam Pearce in the ring. Io Sky comes out. Rhea Ripley comes out. Bianca Belair comes out. Signed the contract. Match made official for Mania. Bianca seems to be the heel in this. She cut quite a whiny promo. I think you really need a heel. You can't cheer on because then who you're cheering for. If they're all three are face, like the men's match, if all three are face, who's getting the heat? Who are we cheering for? All three? Okay. So Bianca, look, I would have booked it as Rhea's the heel, as I think she gets pinned at Mania to keep Bianca Belair's undefeated Mania streak intact. and then Rhea goes heel. But it looks like the other way around, and Bianca's going heel. Well, the fans were booing anyway, so why not, I suppose. Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Well, we've never seen Bianca heel on the main roster, right? From what I've heard, well, what I've somewhat seen before I start really watching NXT, when she wasn't NXT, she was a heel. So we've never seen babyface Bianca. We've never seen heel Bianca on the main roster. So I think that's the good thing that we have her as heel. Rhea is a tweener because no one. I don't know how everyone should feel or want to feel about Rhea. Like, yeah, do we love her? Sure. Does she deserve this? Does she deserve to be in this match? No. So yeah.
She is a big name, and I suppose that's why she's there.
That don't mean you squat shit. She lost the title. She lost.
She has star power. If you went and beat Io Sky, and I both are great. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, both great, both big. No, they're not as big as Rhea. A big name. She held the title for way over a year. So I know Bianca Belair did. Did Bianca Belair do that as well? Was that? I have no idea. Did Bianca Belair? I think she held the title for over a year.
Probably.
What was I saying? Rhea, yeah, Rhea had star power. If it was just Io, Bianca, one up, then what are you doing with Rhea at Mania? Leaving her off? Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And people complain. People are complaining anyway, but they would complain more. So, and I've not watched it, but I did see the comments at some talk, whatever it was. Triple H and Nick Khan were there. And Nick Khan said the most doofus thing I've ever heard. We don't listen to the fans on social media. It's like the hell they don't. They definitely do. They're booking for the fact they're booking for the house, they're booking for the fans there in the crowd, but also their fans on social media. That's all they're booking for. So of course they listen. Well, Triple H, Nick Khan might not. Nick Khan's there just to collect the money, but Triple H is definitely listening. Two other matches confirmed for Mania. Thank God that Lisa confirmed. AJ Styles, Logan Paul, and the Fatal 4-Way, Penta, Braun, Dominic and Finn. So, yeah. Lyra Valkyria over Bayley. Still your Intercontinental Women's Champion. Good match. The booking I'll get to the booking on SmackDown. This makes no sense, but whatever. Good match, yeah, to kick things off. El Grande Americano and the Creed brothers beat Rey and the LWO, and now you've got Rey Mysterio taking on El Grande Americano at WrestleMania. Why not? Again, out of kayfabe, we all know who it is. It's Chad Gable, but like I said, and then fans would have complained that Chad Gable's not getting a match at Mania. I think then they wanted it last. So this is how I know that Triple H is listening. The fans wanted Gunther Gable last year instead of Sami Zayn, so they probably thought, well, I'll give you a match this year. So your thoughts on Lyra retaining and El Grande Americano and Creed brothers over LWO?
This Lyra Valkyria boring is just why? I'd rather Bayley have been an IC champ, but all right. And listen, from what I've heard, because I haven't seen a match featuring El Grande because I refuse to watch Raw. From what I've heard, he's killing it. So shout out to El Grande Americano. You know, rookies do great things.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to do on Raw the night after. I know I'm going to jump in ahead here, but I think Lyra and Bayley lose at Mania because they're not a proper tag team. Bailey goes heel again because why not? And then she's going to win the title on Raw the night after. That's what, whenever, or 2 nights after the next Raw. That's what they're going to do. Pointless. Like, what's the point of the tag team match? And why is Lyra not defending the title? I mean, I thought that's what I thought the titles were invented for. The women's US and IC to be defended at Mania. But no. Hell no. And if they do, and which they, oh God, if they do add, which I think they possibly could, Zelina Vega, Chelsea Green, so you're adding a match to WrestleMania the night before. Again, this should have been thought out weeks and weeks, well, months. The card should be done by the beginning of this year, and everything is just build, not figuring this out at the last second. Gunther comes on out. Jey Uso then did. People are crapping on this, and I get it. Jey Uso said what he was going to do rather than doing it. Gunther killed his brother last week, and Jey says, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. Just stood there. I don't know if you have a brother or not, but the people that are watching, people have brothers. If you a person's brother, so okay, there. Getting tongue-tied. Do you have a brother, Marcus, or no?
I do.
Okay. So if your brother in front of you is getting blooded by some guy, would you then go up to that guy the next time you saw him and said, I'm going to beat you up? Or would you want to kill him?
I'm sure I would have gone after him, but I'm also not a wrestler. It's also not written in the script in life that I should be just stand there. I saw the promo.
Your first thought was going to be, I want to kill that guy. No, I'm going to beat you. Well, beat him then. Beat him up, kick his ass in, and hype up Mania, because that match needs hype. So, yeah, what were your thoughts on the promo? Did you like it? Do you think he should have done something rather than just saying he's going to do something?
To be honest, it was a very passionate promo, and honestly, I agree with not doing nothing. Because I feel like save it for Mania, so then it pours out more at that moment versus doing it right then and there. I think that would have taken away from the match instead of giving the match more than what it needed.
It needs building. It's not a Mania match. It needs building. Penta El Zero Meadow over Dominic, the future world champion Dominic Mysterio. I'll give my thoughts in a second. New Day, who did the beat? I can't remember. Damn it, because I've just written notes rather than. My phone's gone off again. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. It keeps going to dark screen. New Day beat somebody. Oh God, and I can't remember. Who are they beat? Tony, the guy that's doing the roast of WrestleMania. Tony Hinchcliffe was on commentary. He was funny. Oh, that was it. Yeah, it was War Raiders, New Day for the tag titles, and DQ finished. That's what it was. So your thoughts of Penta over Dominic and the DQ finish for New Day War Raiders?
I mean, I hate seeing the future World Heavyweight Champion taking an L to anybody, even to and sure, New Day and War Raiders ended in a DQ, sure.
And that's the build to WrestleMania. Can't imagine they're going to do something tomorrow, but yeah. And to end Raw, Paul Heyman comes on out. Seth Rollins follows. It's Rollins speaking the truth. Reigns doesn't care about him. Reigns, he just wants Heyman to book his flight, book his limos, hold the other fella. Punk doesn't care about him because in his first promo, what did he say on Raw? You don't watch Raw, but he said, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here for money. And him was like, oh yeah, of course that's what you can see the wheels turning. Oh yeah, that's what he said, wasn't it? Heyman Rollins pushes Heyman back, which brings out Punk. Punk gets curb stomped, and then Rollins is ready to curb stomp with Heyman, and then gets a microphone. Now you owe me a favor. People are saying it's going to be Rollins winning at Mania, and Heyman walks out with Rollins. That's probably what it's going to be. Okay. It was an okay Raw, I'll say, and I'm going to be generous here, opening match. So your thoughts? I know you didn't see it, but the Heyman Rollins thing, and what's this favor that Heyman owes Rollins?
I saw a bit of the Rollins promo. I saw that he owed him a favor. It's annoying that now Paul Heyman holds him a favor. Like, for all that, just curb stomp me then, bro. The fuck? I think the favor is screwing CM Punk. That's what it is. It's screwing him over. Yeah, I just think it's screwing him over some way, somehow. Punk gets screwed at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Even though I don't have Punk, if it's not Cena, I think Punk takes it. If he's not Cena, I think Punk takes the title off Cody. They'll do a pointless draft after Mania, even though people are in each of the show now. A draft is completely pointless, but they're going to do one. Punk with Heyman goes to SmackDown, and Punk takes the title off Cody at SummerSlam. That means we're going to suffer with Cody in another 3 months of champion, but takes the title off Cody. And that's where, and Bill Apter only still put this out there. Bill Apter's not getting inside news. It was just a thought. Reigns and Rollins reunites to take out Punk, which you could do, and that would be interesting. And the favor is Heyman is the only guy that can fix that broken thing. That's the favor. Any thoughts on that?
No.
Okay. You want to give a rating for Raw? Or should we move straight into NXT?
Let's move into a show that is better than Raw.
Yeah. So Jada Parker, Jordan Grace, DQ finish. Julia comes out. Fatal four-way set up for Mania. I knew this was going to happen. I called it weeks ago. You also get Sol Ruka over Jasmine. Okay, now they're going to wanting to split up the only faction they've got on NXT and the only faction that people half decently like. Now they're going to split up Fatal Influence, which it looks like they're starting to break. They're planting those seeds. Okay, do I want them to split up? No, because then what do you do then? So JC goes from one faction, which was Toxic Attraction, to another faction. So can you keep joining factions? Is that her gimmick? She just joins factions. Your thoughts on Sol Ruka making it to the ladder match and Jada Parker Jordan Grace match?
I mean, listen, the Jordan Grace and Jada Parker match was going. It was so good. And the funny thing is, like, this shows how much improvement Jada has had in the ring. Man, talk about someone that's growing as a wrestler. Whoo, Jada Parker is doing a really good job. It sucked at the end of the DQ, but the end result is fire. Because, Stephanie Vakir, like, fuck it, bring them all on. I don't even care. And I love that. So Ruka is also growing a lot in the ring. She beat one of those random girls that wasn't the cowboy hat girl. So, yeah.
Do you think that's what they're doing in a split up Fatal Influence? And are you happy it's a Fatal four-way stand and deliver?
No, I don't think they're gonna break them up. And of course I love the Fatal four-way.
People are saying that Julia turned heel. What do you say?
More than likely. Because, she lost to Stephanie Vakir, and I feel like she was being too kind. Like, all right, you're my friend. We're going to have an honorable match, blah, blah, blah. You got to ramp it up. You got to turn it up a bit. This is over gold. You gotta do this. You gotta be different.
And you've got to have a heel. They're all face. You've got to have a heel, and that heel is Julia, I suppose.
Wait, who all face? Jada Parker ain't no face.
But you know, the fans love her, so
That don't you all right, hold on, time out. You're confusing fan admiration with the role that they're playing. Jada Parker ain't no damn babyface. She's a heel. If you listen to the way she cut promos and stuff, that's heel work. Fans liking people don't mean shit. I just want to put that out there. The fans love Kevin Owens. He's a heel. Okay? The fans love. Let me see. I'm gonna think of another heel that they like.
they loved Reigns when he was a heel. He great to do the one.
Yeah, they love Roman Reigns. He was a heel. Jacob Fatu is technically a heel. They love him.
Cena's a heel, and they more than love him. They want him to beat Cody.
There's no push behind it. He's a heel. And guess what? They love him. Even Tama Tonga, when he does the yeah. They love it.
Yeah.
You can't look at fans the same way that you look at what they're writing, right? We could Triple H was loved. And guess what? He was a heel. When The Rock was a heel, he's loved. You can't and mind you, fans hate baby faces, right? We hate Lyra Valkyria. We hate her. She boring. She sucked. Just not it, right? So it's not that the fans are cheering them. They're clearly a babyface. Listen to the promo.
True. Okay, and I get what you're saying. The culling over Nico Vance and Brooks Jensen over Hank and Tank. Cool again. Say it again. I've said this every single week. I'm going with the Hardys to win that gauntlet match next week. I think the Hardys turn up at the end and they're going to win it. Go on to face Fraxium at Stand and Deliver. So I suppose these wins rank people or after Stand and Deliver. That's where the kind of focus is rather than on Stand and Deliver. Cool. Ricky Starks comes out celebrating 10,000 people interrupt, not 10,000, but Lexus King, Wesley, Ethan Page, Wesley interrupt. Fatal 4-way next week. No, Eddie Thorpe was there, wasn't he?
Yep.
So Ricky saying his face, obviously. I think Eddie Thorpe wins. If it's a one-on-one match, I think he wins a fatal 4-way. That's just me, though. Your thoughts on the culling up going over and this whole Wesley Eddie Thorpe promo thing?
I feel for Hank and Tank. I need them. I would love to see them finally get whatever they're supposed to be getting. I know it's rough right now for Hank and Tank, but they did, like the Street Profit said, you just gotta be yourself. Don't be like anybody else. Be yourselves. And as far as Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Eddie Thorpe, Wesley, and a fatal 4-way, I would love to see Mr. Ego. Yeah.
He could do, but he's got Joe Hendry and Kazarian at Rebellion, which I suppose means nothing. That's the end of this month, but yeah, could be. Could. You're probably right. It's probably gonna be because they've got heat, haven't they? Gonna have Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Wesley over Yoshiki Inamura, and I'll give my thoughts in a second to that. And this next match, so purely just based on result, not the horrible botch finish. Isla Dawn beat. She didn't, but beat Ren Sinclair, and she's in the ladder match. So just purely based on results, your thoughts on both?
The the Wesley and Yoshiki match was really good. Actually, it was a great contrast of styles. The women's match, I ain't gonna lie, I literally didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, you're right. Lee Yoshiki was good. Obviously, Lee's going for the title, or okay, not going for the title, but could be. So of course he was going to win. And Izzy Dame didn't beat Rin Sinclair because she got up before the two. It was 1, 2, came off 3. Didn't pin her. She celebrated way too early. The second too early. 1, 2, celebrate 3. It was like the referee was like, "What? Oh, okay, you won." Because I think that was the finish. She just got up too early, which was very funny to me. And that took me out of the match. It was like, what just happened? And I thought it was the referee's fault. That's why in the chat said, "Gee, the referee's useless, get her off." But yeah, it was Izzy Dame's fault. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the finish? Did you think it was funny as well or no?
I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't even know there was I like that women's match. Totally went past me.
Fair enough. And to end NXT Dark State, they give them even though they now just feel like three, 4 other guys on the roster, nothing really special at all about them. If they'd lost this, it would have felt even less special. So I suppose they've beat Trick Williams over Femi, Javon Evans, Stacks on the Tron. So his Stacks, I would love it and hate it at the same time. I would love it for Stacks to be the leader because that's getting him out the family, and that's to continue to push for Stacks. But also, it's Stacks. Like, he's the leader. So I'm really 50-50. For NXT, it was just a builder to stand and deliver mid-card in my rating. So yeah, your thoughts of Dark State winning, and again, it started. I think I asked you last week. Is Stacks the leader, and your rating for NXT?
I did like the match with Dark State versus Trick, Javon, and Oba. I mean, Dark State is a team. They're stable. So of course them getting the win makes a lot of sense, especially with the dissension that's going on between. I mean, obviously they're gonna have dissension. They're facing each other, stand to deliver Oba, Trick, and Javon. Stacks being the leader, I can see it, but I don't think that's it. I think the Dark State is just they're a faction without a leader. Like they're all contributing equally to what they're doing, or whoever their leader is someone that we ain't seeing.
Or maybe there isn't a leader, and this is just to get another match on Stand and Deliver. Because you've got obviously the men's title, women's title, tag title, ladder match, Dark State. It's usually 6 for a Stand and Deliver. Oh, Ricky Saints. So yeah, I mean, it's just that. It's just to get another match on Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give NXT a mid card. I think it was good quality stuff. Not mind blowing, but it was definitely pretty good stuff.
Speeding right through the next one, so Ruka over Michin on speed. She's probably taking the title off Candice LeRae. And where is Candice? If Candice now is injured, which I presume that's why they're not on TV, why can't one of them be on TV? Whatever. Opening match for Speed, Evolve. Let's get to the show that he's evolving. Ricky Riley Osborne over Javier Bernal, and so good win for him. And it's also Javier Bernal's got a story. This is what I love about Evolve. NXT's the same. Everyone has it might be a tiny little thing, or it might be a big thing. Everyone has a story. Certainly with Evolve, they do. White Wright, Jackson Drake, and Brinley, Bryce Donovan beat the faces Ice William, Jack Cartwheel, and 2 others. And Kelly Armstrong over Danny Palmer. I said this last week. Kelly Armstrong is one to watch. Opening match for Evolve. So let's get right into Smacky D's. It was 8 days away from WrestleMania. You wouldn't have thought it was by this, but there we are. Nick Aldis opens up the show. The Viper himself, Randy Orton, comes on out. So this was just to set up the main event. The main event, 8 days away from WrestleMania. And this is what we got. That's just a regular SmackDown. It could have any time of the year. Like, yeah. So let's call you Tamatonga hit the ring. They attack Orton. LA Knight comes out making a save, setting up for later on. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria aren't a team, and Lyra's not defending the title at WrestleMania, but no, they've been thrown together as not a team. You didn't have an actual team win this. You didn't have Casey or Kidden Carter win. Okay, I understand, okay, Bayley's a big name, and Lyra's a champion, so they need star power, but they're not a team. But Casey, the actual team, the Caseys didn't win. Zoe Stark and Shayna. I said this when Sonya Deville got released. They'd be not buried, but lost in the shuffle. And they have been. They've been lost. Poor girls, lost in the shuffle. Secret Herbis didn't win. No, it was the team that onto team. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria now getting a title shot at WrestleMania, which is a Raw or SmackDown main event at best. And like I've said, I don't think they win, and then because they're not a real team, and then I'd have Lyra turn to give her something to make her interesting. We've seen Bayley be healed before, so I'd have Lyra step down from Bayley going for the tag, she step down from the ring apron, and that's all you need. Step down from the ring apron, Bayley gets beaten, and then that can be a story for Raw. Will they do that? Hopefully, because at least it's something. But your thoughts of Aldis, Orton, and LA Knight basically just set up the main event, and Bayley and Lyra winning the gauntlet match.
I mean, the whole promo with Randy was kind of funny. It almost teased Nick Aldis getting back into the ring, and then fucking Solo and Tamatanga, yeah, came out. It kind of ruined whatever they had going on. So that was cool until they came out. LA Knight came out, yeah, did the thing, made a tag match for the main event. Cool. I was pissed that the Hervis didn't win because what the fuck? No, I was pissed because why the fuck is Lyra and Bayley winning? Why are they winning a gauntlet match to then go on to WrestleMania to face off against the Judgment Day? It's dumb. It's dumb.
Because they probably feel, well, Bayley's a big name, and Lyra's champion, so there's your star power.
Yes, Lyra could be defending her own fucking championship at WrestleMania.
And I would have gone with the Secret Herbis winning, and then next week, which is the KC's and Zelina versus Chelsea and the Secret Herbis, they win that, which is a little bit of momentum heading into Mania, and there we go. They're going to give that a match and nothing, unless they do win Zelina, Chelsea, and they had it one night before Mania, which I don't think they might do. But then I presume I can't see Orton being left off his 20th Mania. So there we go. The 7 apiece, the seven matches a night. I don't. So Street Profits, no, you're not getting a match. The Chelsea, you're not getting a match. What's the point of these titles then? And this is why. Okay. I like and I don't like SmackDown is 3 hours, because if it wasn't 3 hours, this gauntlet match would have sorted up a whole hour. But it shouldn't be 3 hours because they've got to find filler and they've got to find Street Profits versus Machine Guns. The 6 women match next week, and just ugh. And next week,
it takes away from Mania. You're right. It takes away from Mania.
And like you couldn't have done Street, like we said, well, we've got it's going to be the Street Profits in a ladder match at Mania, and they're not even defending the titles. Like, and the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which this is how oh, if you said it, yeah. Cena destroys Joe Henry and it destroys R-Truth. That's how you get heat on Cena. Because it's absolutely pointless, because Bronson Reed won it last year, and I think he just won it, stood by the trophy, and that was it. You didn't see it again. Lashley won it the year before, and I think he came out with it at Mania, and maybe kept it for a month, but then it means nothing. Just like the Crown Jewel Championship means nothing. They keep the ring for a month, talk about it for a month, and nothing. Why is Cody not using that in his promo? Saying, at least add that. I want. Did you do? You could have said about Cena. Have you done that? Have you won the Crown Jewel Championship? Even though it's completely meaningless, you could have said it. Have you won the Crown Jewel Championship? No, I have. But now, so would you go with what I was saying? Cena destroys Joe Henry on TNA and it destroys R-Truth on SmackDown, or no?
No.
Okay.
That would be a dream scenario. Like, cool. Like, John Cena showing up. First of all, and I've realized this through the fact that like Joe Henry only showed up to the Royal Rumble because it's the Royal Rumble. So the NXT, the TNA partnership is not with WWE, it's just with NXT. It's just with NXT. The Royal Rumble is the only exception.
Okay, so, I am fantasy booking, but they could make it for one night, especially WrestleMania week. They could do it, but
that's what I'm saying. It's fantasy booking. It sounds cute, but it's not real. Like, I would love that, but it's not real.
And that as well. I was imagining WWE's going to be involved with the TNA special next Thursday. How they promoted that? How the hell? Like, okay. Like, where's the promotion for any of these things? All that Triple H cares about is getting himself over by playing 10,000 packages of why he's going in the Hall of Fame. And anybody that thinks he doesn't deserve it, well, this is why he's going. And I think he deserves it. Of course, he's Triple H, one of the greatest of all time. But, God. Anyway. So it's set for Mania, Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, on Liv and Raquel for the titles. Also, we've got finally got a stipulation match, and that's Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight, which brought out Priest. Okay, it was going to be a face-off. It was just a brawl, and then the punches at the ramp were set off. And this is where it makes it look fake. He set off the glitching of the Tron, like whatever it is, the LED thing around the ring. Like he was punching the Priest. Like it went off as if it was broken. Like so fake. And then Priest took the necklace. And the last time he took any piece of jewelry, he lost, and that was against Punk. Are they gonna have him lose again? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, your thoughts on that? Your thoughts of it being a street fight match and the brawl to set it up.
I mean, the brawl was cool. Just two guys fighting it out. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Ray Phoenix. Well, okay, Andrade say well, Joe Tessitore calls him Phoenix. Andrade, who's Mexican, so I'm gonna from now on call him Phoenix, as Andrade called him. Beats Humberto, good match, but again, how is it unless are they gonna throw in another match? Are they just gonna throw these matches on the menu just to fill out the card? It's long enough already at 4 hours. We don't need it being 20 hours. Well, technically, it's 18 hours, which we'll get into in the news, but 18 hours. I'll just watching. Oh, well, actually, I'll watch the press conference, but I'll definitely not watch. Well, why couldn't it? Okay, the pre-show's 3 hours long. Why couldn't they have added the Battle Royal there? Because it's going to be, what, 3 hours of talking? No one's watching that. But how does this build to Mania unless they're going to throw something on? Maybe they are. Maybe that's what they're doing. All these matches, you think, oh, they're not going to happen. They're all going to happen on the kickoff show. Like, oh god. Because if it's 3 hours both nights, like you can't just be talking. So yeah, Ray, looked good, but he's very quickly. See again, he's like Pence. Again, he's cool seeing him in WWE, and he's got that aura, but he's very quickly becoming just another guy on the roster. Zelina Vega.
It's hard to not feel like another guy on the roster, though.
But he's brand new. He's been there 2 weeks, and he should be sticking out like as a sore thumb. Like, oh, Ray Phoenix in WWE. It's like cool, but really quickly, week by week, losing that aura. Zelina Vega over Chelsea Green by count out. Which the referee didn't call the bell. Chelsea said that Joe Tessitore was the reason she lost. They argued for for a second. So this is leading to a 6-woman match next week. And then what? Zelina Vega doesn't get a title shot. And if it that's going to happen on SmackDown a week after, isn't it? Because they have to fill the card. Again, right, it shouldn't really be 3 hours. I suppose at least it is. Like I said, the gauntlet match would have soaked up a whole hour. I think you're getting one more hour. But your thoughts of Ray Phoenix over Berto and Lena beating Chelsea Green by count out?
The Ray and Umberto match was really good. Actually, I really liked it. Great showing of both their talents in the ring. I didn't see the Chelsea Green match.
You missed nothing. It was count out. I think it was 2-minute match. Count out done. Let's just count out done. Match next week. That's it. Ugh. And this is again 8 days away from WrestleMania. And they're screwing around with a match that isn't even going to be on the card. Tiffany Stratton defeats Roxanne Perez. Poor Roxanne Perez, who looked good in the Rumble. She was the runner-up. Would have been amazing if she'd won it in the chamber. Took off TV for a little bit, goes back to NXT, loses, comes back up to the main roster and loses. So if she's coming up to the main roster, which I think she does after Mania with the draft, I don't think they got plans for her because this was just random. And then Charlotte attacks Tiffany after the match. So they made, which might have been or might not have been, a shoot last week very quickly into storyline. Because Charlotte attacked Tiffany in the parking lot. Which when I saw it, I thought, oh, cool. Charlotte didn't like what Tiffany said last week. And then she did it again after the match. Your thoughts? Any thoughts on that?
I mean, it's kind of hard to sell Roxanne right now since she keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. Her last NXT show should be Stand and Deliver. That should be her send off. But knowing WWE, she might still show up to NXT still before the draft or before her call up, whichever one they're trying to do.
And your thoughts on? Sorry,
I was in there.
Your thoughts on making what could have been possibly a shoot into a work?
I love it. I love it because I think here's the thing. I feel like this is how they negotiated it, Charlotte and Tiff. I feel like what was that, last week, 2 weeks ago? When they cut last week, when they was cutting the when they did the promo battle against each other. I feel like before they went out there, Charlotte told Tiffany, "Don't hold back, give me all you got. We need to build this match properly." Right? Because we're getting shit on by the triple threat, by Bianca, Rhea, and Io. We need to make this better. We need to figure this out. So Tiff was like, "You sure?" And Charlotte was like, "Give me all you got. Like, throw me off guard. Don't just read the script. You know what I mean? Like, let's get some heat to this." So that's when Tiffy said the whole thing about, like, "What are you, 0-3? Like, yeah, your WrestleMania record is great, but your marriage record is worse, right?" So I feel like Charlotte was taken so off guard by that, right? That the promo battle was over. Charlotte tried to sneak something in, but the crowd did not give a fuck about that. The crowd was like, "Oh, you keep getting divorced." So now when they went to the back after the promo battle, Charlotte was like, "Yes, now we got proper stuff to work with. So now we could do more, right? I can attack you outside before the show. I can attack you after your match with Roxanne Perez and say cuss words while I'm attacking you, right? Now we got some fuel to the fire, right? This, to be honest with you, in my opinion, this could be the better women's title match versus the triple threat because three is a crowd. It's a lot. Three people is too many for me sometimes. A good number of times, 3 people, that's a lot. That's one. 2, it don't have the same kind of fire when you're cutting promos. Because in all fairness, Io Sky is not as strong of a promo as Rhea or Bianca. So on the microphone, them two are taking over while Io Sky's in the background. And guess what? And anytime there's a triple threat match or a multi-person match, it's always going to be that way. There's always going to be someone strong on the mic, someone else strong on the mic, and someone in the background. It's never really the case. And even if the third person is strong on the mic, they still don't matter. Because it's like, yeah, you're only here because you're the champion. You're not here because you're good. You're just a champion. That's it. With Tiffany and Charlotte, well, they're able to work. They're able to do more because, yeah, Tiff is a champion and Charlotte is a multi-time champion, but they also get to cut scathing promos on one another. There's no middle person. There's no one in the middle to really be like, "Hey, I'm here too." It's like, nah, it's you and me. And every time we out there, whether it's in a promo or whether it's in a match, post-match, whatever, it's me and you on site. There's no third person.
True. So yeah, I agree on a triple threat. Usually I don't like a triple threat because it's that third person. And the match was good, but it really showed Omega, Speedball, Mike Bailey, Ricochet. Omega, you could see him waiting for that spot, waiting for the cue to come in and break up a count or do a move. It's like, when you see that, usually I don't like triple threat matches because it's that third person waiting to. You can usually clearly see them waiting, like they're got their head down, and it's like, oh god, he's going to break up the count.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charlotte Tiffany will be good because I think they're going to shoot on each other. I don't think that it was scripted. I think Charlotte, the 3-0 thing, the fact. Okay, I'm saying this. again, casuals don't watch. The fans probably did know Andrade and Charlotte were married, but also, did they? And do they care? Not really. Do they care that? Did they know? And do they care that Tiffany and Kaz were together in real life? No. If they knew, they don't care. Who cares? How does that add to the match? They're focused on Charlotte, Tiffany. They don't care who's married to who. So I think it was a shoot, and I think that was Charlotte try and save it at the end. But speaking of the end of SmackDown, LA Knight and Randy Orton defeat Tama Tonga and Silver Sikoa. No shocker there. It looks like with a brawl, there's going to be. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Solo Sikoa Orton at Mania. That's not a Mania match, but at least you get Solo on the card. Very unfortunate, unless it's all a massive work, but it looks like the Owen thing is real. That's really unfortunate for him. I'll still get him to do the KO show, so at least he's at Mania. Here he is working out. You can't have somebody coming in taking that belt, can you? But see, this is why WWE should have a backup plan. For two things: one, they shouldn't be. This is a match and nothing else. What if someone gets injured? And apparently they knew about this 3 months ago. They knew that Owens might have been injured 3 months ago. So why didn't they have a backup plan in place? And that backup plan is Solo versus Orton. Oh, but which you probably won't be. I think okay, Cena and Cody will go on last, but Orton and Solo next week, and people are saying it's Aleister Black at Mania. It could be. Nothing was good about. Oh no, we forgot something, didn't we? Jumping straight to him, we forgot everybody's golden boy, Cody. Here comes Cody Rhodes. At least didn't say what you want to talk about, and they bored me to death. But the one and only good thing was the titles in the ring. That was it. Take those titles out. It was a boring brand promo that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Didn't progress the storyline. It was, I'm Cody Rhodes, and I don't mind being a mark. He's the WWE champion, and he's a mark. He doesn't mind it. He's happy being a mark. And yay! I don't want. This is what the promo said to me. I don't want. How dare this is clear as day. How dare you choose Cena over me? I'm the star here, and Cody's worried about that because if Cena wins, regardless what he does on SmackDown, he could come out and kill the entire roster. I think he still gets cheered at Mania after he wins the title. People are fed up and sick of Cody. If Cody wins, it's just more of the same. Boring. That's what the promo was. I'm insecure and you're cheering for Cena, but no, we can't have that. It's our title. Yay! Oh, hooray, the fans are back on my side. That's what the promo was. Take those titles away. Boring. That was the only one good thing. You got to see the old titles. But it felt like insecure Cody can't deal with Cena's getting cheered and he isn't. But your thoughts on the promo?
I liked it. I liked the promo because he understood. He's like, yeah, I'm the captain of this ship, but there's a lot of great talent on the ship with me. So I don't want it to seem like, yeah, I'm captain, but that doesn't mean that I'm not. It doesn't mean that I'm like super above everybody. Fine. Yeah, I'm the champion. I'm the captain. Yeah, and we're going to lead the way to doing what we're doing. I didn't have a problem with the promo. I liked it. I disagree that I don't think the fans are sick and tired of Cody, but we like to see stuff that's different. That's all it is. Like we haven't seen a heavyweight champion heel John Cena ever. We've never seen John Cena as a heel as a heavyweight champion. We've seen him as the U.S. champion heel. No, he wasn't even a heel then. So we've never seen heel Cena with gold. That's why the fans. That's why the fans want to see it. It's not because we're tired of Cody. It's not because of anything else. It's truly because we like change.
Seeing his promo in London Sport Volumes when he said, "I'm gonna bury you," yeah. Sick of him, aren't they? The sticker corner. I'm going to take the title off.
They're not. You also got. They're not sick of them. You're confusing the two. Being sick of them and wanting to see change is two different things.
It wasn't. I'm going to bury you. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Bury you.
Yeah, because they want to see change. That's all.
Cody isn't doing a good job. It's just the same promo. What do you want to talk about? Oh. And he's wasted airtime. Get him off.
He's a baby face. What do you expect the promo to sound like?
He doesn't have to pander to the crowd every single match, every single promo.
You do. You're a baby face. Yes, you do. That's what baby faces do.
Not every single time.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Your goal as the baby face is to get the crowd behind you. You go for the cheap pops. You say your catchphrases. You do your things. Being a heel is a little bit more fun and a little bit more diverse because you get to do all kinds of stuff. As a baby face, yeah, your shit is going to be kind of boring every fucking time. That's just the truth. Reigns is boring as a baby face. He only has a little bit of heel tendencies because he's a bit funny. That one time he made me laugh, that's all he got. He's all right. CM Punk, he's a baby face, but he knows how to cut a crazy promo. That's him. That's who he is, right? Penta, he's a baby face, not the best promo. That's fine. That's fair. Rey Mysterio, not the best promo either, baby face. I could keep going down the line of people that are baby faces and their promo game is whack. And the reason why their promo game is whack is because as a heel, you can do more with a promo. You can say more of what you want versus a babyface has to appeal to the crowd and make themselves seem heroic. That's the job of a babyface. Villains have more fun.
True. With Reigns, unfortunately, I have to agree. He feels lost. It's just like he's lost the title. Like, what do they do with him now? If he loses at Mania, which I think he does, I think we don't see him for the next 3-4 months. I like Punk's promo. Certainly one with The Rock. It's bullshit that The Rock does. That I thought was good.
Because Punk played, you know what? Punk is not even a full babyface. He's a tweener. To me, he's a tweener because he's like 2 seconds away from being a heel, in my opinion. That triple threat main event at Wrestlemania is all tweeners. Seth is a tweener, Roman is a tweener, so is CM Punk.
Oh, okay. I'll get your thoughts on the main event and rating, and then I've got So LA Knight, Orton over Tama and Solo. Your thoughts on that and rating of SmackDown?
I mean, it was a good tag match. I'm gonna give SmackDown a mid card.
Would you have it be the either one or two? Could be two people that are gonna join The Rock. Be Punk and Heyman, because Heyman is in there with the bloodline anyway, and no one would after what Punk said about The Rock on Raw. No one's expecting that. So would you have it be Punk and Heyman join The Rock?
No.
Okay, that could be how he gets the title, but okay.
No.
Fair enough. So yeah, that's SmackDown done, and it did nothing to regret anything for Mania. It was just let's fill in these blanks. It was just A SmackDown, like I said, you could have had it any time of the year, and no one would have thought anything different. When Triple H said on the press conference, again, he definitely listened to the fans. He definitely listened to social media. But he said at the press conference, kind of locking his eyes to the camera, because he's heard it. People were saying, Doesn't feel like WrestleMania season after seeing her turn heel. Now does it feel like WrestleMania season? Hell, it fucking doesn't. No. Little bits have. Other than that, no, not really. Anyway, I did go to a show, so I'm going to go over that in a second after I play this. So yes, I did go to a show last night. Brand new company for me, brand new place for me. Morecambe, it's like a seaside town over here. Got to go on Morecambe Beach, which was cool for me. Yeah, good enough show. I'll be definitely going to the next one. That's in June. Like I said, I've got another show next Friday before Mania, and then 27th this month as well. So 2 more shows that I'm attending. So yeah. So I'm never asked you this, but I'm guessing you heard of London in the UK, in England, and have you heard of Manchester, and what other cities have you heard of, if any?
I've heard of London, Manchester, Blackpool. Yeah, I think those are like the 3 ones I probably heard of one more, but those are the only ones I've ever heard of from England.
Yeah, I said if you ever have a chance of coming to England, London I would recommend, but it is damn expensive. Everything's expensive. Surprised they don't charge you to go and see the attractions like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace, and they charge you for everything else in London, but there it is. Anyway, add 2 of 2, and we're getting some wrestling news. 4 things to go over. So let me play this right here. That is right. Like, subscribe, follow me on everything. And yes, so our final segment right here is, of course, this one.
Extra, read all about is the news and headlines.
That is right. Do you want to kick off with the news? Well, we'll start with the kind of the smallest piece of news, and then, yeah. So
y'all, for those of you that are like Ricky, who watch Main Event, it's now going to be on YouTube. So wherever the hell you was watching Main Event before, it's going to be on YouTube now. My thoughts on that is, okay, cool. Put more eyes on the product, maybe get more people to watch Main Event. I mean, if you're a mark like that, yeah, there you go. Ricky, what are your thoughts on Main Event being on YouTube?
I didn't even watch Main Event, but I'll certainly still check the results, so it's kind of the same thing. Will I watch it? Probably not. I'll check the results whilst Raw's on, so I want to know them straight away. But this is just a money thing, isn't it? It was like WWE becoming greedy in the year 2025. Why not stick it onto their YouTube channel? They get some viewers, people watching it. They get even more money. That's my only real thoughts about it. It's just a cash grab, isn't it? Anyway, news piece number 2 is with the legacy wing of the Hall of Fame is back, and your 3 inductees for it. 1 inductee that I said, why not put him in? And that's Kamala. Yeah, deserves to go in. 2, one I've heard of, and so Ivan Putski, heard of, but way before my time. And Dory Funk Sr., again, way before my time. Kamala deserves it. The other two, why not? Your thoughts?
All of them deserve it. All of them definitely before my time watching wrestling. I mean, going back to the WWE Network, I was able to see some of these guys in action. But guess what's up? The Hall of Fame class looks pretty good.
Some of you heard of Kamala, the Ugandan Giants?
Mm-hmm.
I've said, for many years, you could probably look at each class of Hall of Fame every year and think they shouldn't be in, they shouldn't be in, they shouldn't be in. I'll name. Okay, Donald Trump's in the Hall of Fame. That just says it all. Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame. The Bushwhackers, Beth Phoenix. The list goes on. Did Beth Phoenix have a Hall of Fame career? Not really. But again, I say this each and every year. Criteria. Tell me why this person's going in. Was it because they're a great champion? Was it because they held the title for however long? Is it because what they've done for the business? I want to know why this person's going in now. Oh, this person's going in. But why? Why are they going in? So yeah, why not throw Kamala in there? Third piece of news is she's made it official. Becky Lynch should retire from wrestling. Okay, I'm surprised and not surprised. I thought she would have come back to win the women's world title. Then she's done it all. But also not surprised. She's a mother. Rollins is obviously making the money. It'll be sad to hope. Oh God, please don't say she's going to AEW. Oh God, no. Oh, we'll get a 2-week push and then be jobbing out on Collision. Still be sad. It's sad news, but shocked. Any thoughts on the retirement of Becky Lynch?
I'm shocked. I actually didn't know that. Wow. I wasn't the biggest when she became the man. I wasn't the biggest Becky Lynch fan, but I feel like during her time in WWE, she did a lot of she did tremendous. You know, she main evented WrestleMania that one year alongside Ronda Rousey and Charlotte. Um, you know, she once upon a time gave up the title because she was pregnant, and I think this is the right move. I think this is the right move for her because, like you said, she's a mom. And, this allows her to not only just spend time with her daughter, but, come back every now and again, right? Kind of do what Maurice has done a couple of times, kind of what Trish has done over the years, what other female wrestlers have done over the years. Come back sporadically sometimes, get involved with a storyline, maybe, but she can't. She left out on top. That's the thing I want to say. She left out on top, and that's awesome. So congratulations to Becky Lynch for retirement.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if she's retired completely and we never see her again. I'd think I'd be completely shocked if she's not involved with this Evolution pay-per-view. If she's there doing something, even if it does commentary, I'd be shocked if she's not there at all in any capacity. And yeah, they've done that women's main event 7 years ago now, just to kind of appease their fans, because they've never done it again, even though they probably could have done with the women's triple threat, but Rose Punk's got to get his main event, hasn't he? And yeah, what my memory of Becky Lynch is when Charlotte threw down the title that was so awkward and so badly done when they were switching the titles and just threw it down like a child. Do you remember that?
I do. I didn't really care much for her when she did it.
Unprofessional.
Hold on, Ricky. Ricky, I might have to be going.
Okay, then that's fine.
All right.
And Marcus was frozen, but I will do one final piece of news. If Marcus comes back and gives his thoughts on it, if he doesn't, okay. And that is WrestleMania this year is 18 hours long.
Ew.
Well, it is and it isn't.
Yuck.
It's show is 4 hours a night. The kickoff show is 3 hours, and then the post show is 2 hours. So technically, it's 18 hours, and that's why I think Cody wins, because it's technically the biggest WrestleMania of all time. It's never been 18 hours. You thought that Mania 35 was longer, 6-7 hours. This is 18. They thought 6 hasn't done enough. It's 18, and Nick Khan is getting his wish. He said in a interview a number of years ago, if he was in charge, SmackDown would be 12 hours, and I think he said something ridiculous. Raw would be on for a whole day, something ridiculous. But he's kind of getting his wish. WrestleMania is 18 hours long, technically. So that's why I think Cody wins. He stands tall, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And
what a mark!
Your thoughts of me being 18 hours long?
Disgusting. That's the word of the day. It's disgusting. I get it, but damn, that's ugly. That's ugly. 18 hours.
Yeah. And they expect people to watch. Expect people to watch a 3-hour kickoff show with nothing. I won't be. Unless they put something on it. A match. Since COVID was the last time they had a match on the pre-show, wasn't it? I think, and that's just because they wanted to throw everything on, to put everything on it because it was COVID. But yeah, it's a long time. I'll be watching the main show, of course, and then I'll watch 10 minutes of the kickoff show just as Mania's coming on. I probably won't even watch that. It's not on Netflix, or I probably won't even watch the kickoff show at all. So I'll watch the main show and post show, but that's 8 hours I'll be watching. So that's enough for me. No, that's not 8 hours. 12 hours. As well as, don't forget, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Speed. Because they put all this on for people to watch. The idea is for people to watch all of this. So, Raw, SmackDown. I'm going to see, we've got so many, I'm going to miss some of them. But Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Speed, Stephanie's Places, Evolve, the NXT TNA special, WrestleMania, the Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, and 18 Hours of Mania, and I expect people to watch the entire lot. And I think I added it all up, and it's about 35 hours in 1 week. And that's just WWE and TNA. For those who watch everything, probably over 40.
No.
Again, some of it, like Speed, is 5 minutes. Evolve, you could probably watch Evolve, Speed, and 70 places in a couple of hours. So that's not bad. But again, it's just add on more and more and more. But when you guys are tired of watching 9,000 hours of WWE a week, go to this channel, Marcus's channel. Like, subscribe. Videos will be out every week, every Saturday, every Sunday. Well, whenever. That's a great thing about Marcus's channel. You have to keep going on to have a look. He doesn't have a set schedule like I do. So I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. People have to keep coming back to your channel to see when the videos are out. It is in the description below, as always, and you even get a little sneak preview, and here it is, right there. Just like and subscribe to that, and I think I've got David's channel. If I haven't, I might have, because you only get so much space on here. Oh no, there it is. So join us on Wednesday live, 11 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. US time. We'll be discussing probably not this year's WrestleMania, but other WrestleManias. COVID Mania was better than this year's Mania. COVID Mania was in front of nobody. At least you had the Cena and Taker match. So, God, this year you're getting nothing. Anyway, yes, we'll be live on there discussing about WrestleMania. So drop by. I think it's about an hour or so. So it's only an hour. So yeah, drop by on Saturday, Wednesday, and then come back here on Thursday for those WrestleMania predictions. And then 4 shows, WrestleMania weekend, podcast, Stand and Deliver watch along, WrestleMania watch along, and then WrestleMania Night 2 watch along. And then I'll need about 10,000 energy drinks, I think, after all that. Anyway, join us on Wednesday and like and subscribe to Davy's channel as well. And we'll see you there. But as always, the final word is to you, Marcus.
Everybody, please remember to like, share, and subscribe here to the People's Wrestling channel. Make sure that you got them bells for notifications when we go up live. Goes live every weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. Follow my channel, follow David's channel. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know what to do. Just do the things. Ching ching, bling bling. It's always Ted over here, you jabrones.
That is right. Like I said, we'll see you, back here Thursday for WrestleMania predictions. And we might have do the wrestling training and referee at Booker T's school. So he's not a massive famous wrestler. He's been on the channel before. So it's our wrestler giving his WrestleMania predictions. Hopefully he can drop by. Like I said, I've got a few surprises, and that's one of them. And then, yeah, entire weekend, 4 videos. But yes, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next Saturday early, really early. WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania weekend, and hopefully we can be excited for it, because I'm not right now. I am for I'm for a couple of matches, but the whole card, no. Anyway, like and subscribe, and always remember, if wrestling is the game, I did that the wrong way. If wrestling is the game, excellence is the name, and excellence is Ricky Goldman.